If you do not respect your calendar, nobody will. What's happening? It's Erik J. Olson. I am learning the hard way that I have to respect my calendar. And here's why. This is the end of week number 3 of me coming back into the Array Digital office full time. I decided I needed to come back because, frankly, I was just getting kind of lazy at home, and I wasn't showering and all the things that you're probably doing if you're working from home. And after a year of working from home during the coronavirus pandemic, I frankly had just had enough. I needed to come in here and I needed to get my life straight again. But here's the problem. I'm also training for a half Ironman that's going to be happening in 2 months. And that requires some days a lot of physical training. And I know that I have to get that done in the morning because if I'm like, well, I'll do it later. I can look at my calendar almost every single day and there is no later, right? And certainly by the time like after work comes, I'm just tired, after 8, 9, 10 hours of thinking and working and talking to people, it actually takes a physical toll on me where I'm pooped. So I have to get it done in the morning. Now, in order to get it done in the morning, I have to every week roughly schedule my entire calendar, which includes the triathlon training and work and any other obligations that I have. And then as the day approaches, so like for tomorrow, today I will look at my calendar for tomorrow and I'll fine tune it. But what I realize, I have to allocate time for things that most people probably just kind of assume can just kind of sort of happen. And here's what I mean. If I have 1 hour run and a 1 hour bike, I could just put like back to back 1 hour and 1 hour and say that's going to take 2 hours total. But the reality is it won't. The reality is that there's usually a 15-minute break in between. Maybe I have to change clothes. Maybe I have to drink something. So I have to allocate that into my calendar. If I don't, I'm going to be scrambling. There's also, I need time to shower and I need time to eat, right? And if I'm not going to actually eat at home before I leave, then guess what? The night before, I have to make my food and package it and have it all ready to go. Because if I leave the house without eating and without food, I'm screwed. I'm going to be starving and I'm not going to go to McDonald's and buy a burger, right? So I'm trying to eat healthy. I am eating healthy. And so I need to prepare for the day. So look, I need to allocate time in between these activities. I need to allocate time to shower and to eat. I need to allocate half an hour to drive to the office. It doesn't take me half an hour. It probably takes me 10 to 15 minutes, but there could be an accident. I also like to get to the office a little bit before, 1 or 2 minutes before my first appointment. I'd rather be here 10 or 15 minutes early so I can kind of set up the computer, turn on the coffee, do whatever I need to do, and be ready for that first appointment. So I have to lay all that out. And I say respect your calendar because here's the problem that I'm actually facing right now is I do all that, right? And you probably do as well, but I will allow some of these things to slip. And if I start the slipping in my calendar early in the day, like if that first run or bike or whatever doesn't actually happen on time because I'm tired, I hit the snooze button, whatever, then my whole day gets backed up. And it's a real thing, oftentimes I will be scrambling to get out of the house, even though I laid out all those steps in advance. If you don't respect your calendar, you will lose track of your time. And also, once other people get involved and they want to pull some of your time, if you don't respect your calendar, you're going to lose total control of your calendar and thus your time. So, like, you have to clearly plan your day. And the more busy you are, the more important this is. And then you have to respect it. And when people come in and they're like, "Oh, hey, you got 5 minutes," you need to look at your calendar and be like, "Dude, I got 2 minutes, so go." And then 2 minutes later, like you're pulling out and you're going to doing your next thing. So plan your day. Once you plan it, respect it. You do that and you will master your time. Hey there, it's Erik J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1 Million Journey: How to Launch a 7-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing $1 million business. It took me 8 years and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you could apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1 Million Journey by me, Erik J. Olson.